Equivalent ratios. Ratio table. Tape diagram.
Let's look at solving a ratio problem when the ratio is changed. Miguel is 5 feet 8 inches tall. His sister, Cecilia, is 5 feet tall. What are some different ratios we can find about Miguel and his sister, Cecilia? We first need to convert each of their heights to the same unit of inches. There are 12 inches in a foot, so to find Miguel's height, multiply 5 and 12, which is 60, and add 8, for a total of 68. To find Cecilia's height, multiply 5 and 12, which is 60. Now that the units are the same, we can find ratios. Let's first find the ratio of Cecilia's height to Miguel's height. The ratio is 60 to 68. It simplifies to 15 to 17. Now let's find the ratio of Miguel's height to their total height. The ratio is 68 to 128, which can be simplified to 17 to 32.
Ratio tables are a useful way to compare ratios. Take a look. In Mrs. Shin's first period math class, 12 students earned A's and 8 students earned B's. In Mr. Maddox's first period math class, 15 students earned A's and 12 students earned B's. Which first period class had a higher ratio of A's to B's? We can start by creating a ratio table for each of the classes and finding equivalent ratios in each table. Notice that in the second column of each table, there are 4 B's recorded. This is a good place for us to find our comparison. So, when there are 4 B's in Mrs. Shin's class, there are 6 A's. When there are 4 B's in Mr. Maddox's class, there are only 5 A's. That means that Mrs. Shin's class has a greater ratio of A's to B's. We can also create tape diagrams to help us visualize this comparison. In these diagrams, we see that although there are the same number of B's in each class, Mrs. Shin's class definitely has more A's. It's helpful to note that there is more than one way to compare the ratios. We already compared the ratios in terms of the B's. We can also compare the ratios in terms of the A's. For example, if we add one more column of equivalent ratios to Mrs. Shin's table, both tables have a column representing 15 A's. These columns confirm our results. With the same amount of A's in each class, there are more B's in Mr. Maddox's class than in Mrs. Shin's class. That means that the ratio of A's to B's is higher in Mrs. Shin's class than in Mr. Maddox's class.